Hey, what's up, guys? So, I just picked up Darkest Dungeon last night. I've played for about 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes. I wanted you to actually be able to read that little intro there. I thought that's actually quite well done, and it actually is quite accurate as to my early experiences with the game. This game is in many ways is a standard turn-based RPG, but it's quite hardcore in many ways. There's permadeath. There's lots of stats and ailments slash afflictions to be concerned about, and it's certainly not an easy mode game, at least from what I've seen so far. Now, I just picked it up last night. I started trying to learn the game, and I thought maybe I should just do this with live commentary, and maybe you guys will enjoy it. I don't really know if I'm going to enjoy the game just yet. And by the way, apologies in advance if the audio levels are slightly off. I have the music and the sound effects down to bare minimum, and they're still kind of loud. I fucking hate it when games do that. I don't understand how some people could listen to the volume of some of these games if it's beyond 50 without bursting their eardrums. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started here. Let's go ahead and create a new campaign, and we will call this Destined for Failure, because that's probably what's gonna happen. So, no. Or failure. Okay, awesome, there we go. So, the game kind of starts you out with this little tutorial here, and, it's not really a tutorial, it's just a very minor amount of hand-holding, I'd say.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Okay, yeah, I kind of already forgot about that opening cinematic, but why not let it play out? Kind of sets the tone. As you can see, the game does have some personality to it right off the bat. The artwork and just the general design of it is pretty cool, quite unique. Like the interface here. And as you can see, it does kind of start out with a little bit of hand-holding. I'm fucking happy it does, because there is a little bit to learn here. It is from what I've played so far, granted only 15-20 minutes, it is fairly straightforward controls-wise. But there does seem to be, as you can see, there are some stats down here, and you would be better served to know what all these do. I don't, guys. I do not just yet. Some of the attached abilities to these characters, which are sort of generic. You could see a highwayman, crusader. You can actually recruit more of these as you play along through the game. And let's go ahead and move on to the next room here. You kind of navigate with this mini map to the bottom right, and you can move around with the keyboard, or you can move around with the mouse. I've just been playing it with the mouse, pretty much strictly a clicking game. And you see these numbers popping up here. And what's happening here is your characters are actually gaining stress, which is demonstrated by this little bottom bar here with these white notches. Once you hit 100 stress, your character will flip out and bad shit will happen. I have seen this game played a little bit already, just prior to me buying the game. But, oh, and here we go. First battle scene. Now, like I was saying, I've played this game a little bit, so I kind of know what's to be expected, and I've seen the game played a little bit. So, I have seen some bad shit happen to people, but nothing too terrible has happened to me yet. But when a character dies in this game, it's permanent, so you have to be quite careful with what you do. And this is kind of a slow start because I feel compelled to note some of these things. You see these little dots at the upper right and upper left-hand corners of this tooltip. These dots signify where your character is best suited, position-wise. You can have up to 4 party members, at least as far as I know. Maybe you can have more than that the later you go, but their position in line is going to play a big role in how their abilities play out, and you can actually learn abilities later on and kind of customize your characters accordingly. But let's go ahead and cut this guy up here. We're going to start out with this open vein. Going to do some decent damage and apply a bleed to him. As you can see, 2 damage per round for 2 rounds. So, not bad. And this guy, as you might have noticed, this highwayman in the back wasn't able to use all of his abilities because of his current position in the line. However, the Crusader is better suited for being first or second in line. So I am able to use all of his abilities, and we will go ahead and just finish this guy off with a smite. Oh, no he won't. He'll dodge. Now, RNG is quite rampant in this game. I will say that. When you cursor over an enemy, you can kind of see their chance to hit, chance to crit, their damage, some of their resists. When you scroll over your own ability, you can kind of get an idea what you're looking at as well, how much damage you're going to do, your chance to crit, etc. Your accuracy, which is quite important because I find myself whiffing all the time. So, not really sure what's up with that. I don't know if RNG is just a bitch. I'm guessing that's probably what it is. Nice little crit there. So we're able to advance without taking any additional hits. Our stress level is pretty solid for starting out, I would say. Not a bad start. And if you right-click on some of these characters, you can see some of your starting quirks, and these can, as far as I know, can either be significant detriments to you, or they can be obviously positive benefits. Warrior of Light, obviously light above 75, you get 10% damage. That's good. Kleptomaniac, prone to stealing items. Not really sure how that translates into the game, because once again, 15 minutes game time. In town will only pray for stress relief. Now I can tell you that in order to relieve stress, you have to perform certain tasks back in the town, which you will see shortly. And this guy started out with 2 positive quirks, so that's good. 15% stun resist. Plus 2 speed. Not exactly sure what that does. Oh, 4 weapon base, 0 armor, plus 2 quirk. Huh. I don't know what the plus 2 quirk is all about, really. Is not allowed to gamble while in town. So this one doesn't seem to be too bad. This guy has quite a decent start here from the looks of it. This is one of these interactive objects, and some of these things can actually fuck you up. Most of the time with games like this, you find an interactable object, you want to mess with it. But in this game, not so much. Sometimes interacting with objects can be bad, as you will probably see. Okay, so we have a beefier minion here. Most games that I play that are sort of similar to this, you normally want to eliminate the threat. You want to, preferably, you want to incapacitate the largest threat and eliminate the lesser threats quickly so you can devote most of the fight to the larger threat. You know, alternatively, if you can incapacitate a smaller threat the entire time or close to the entire time and eliminate this guy, the larger threat, that could work as well. But right now we have no way to really incapacitate anybody. And in this take aim, this is really more of a self-buff, and it will waste a turn. Now, here's something that I am still unsure of. Past turn, hero will suffer stress. So far, I have not found the benefit of ever passing on your turn. I don't really know why you would ever pass. Certainly, if you suffer stress, stress is bad. So, not really sure what's going on there. Open Vein, 4 to 9 damage. This guy back here, I don't know, man. 12 HP. I am inclined to... Well, I can't actually hit him with the Open Vein, now that I look at it. I could pistol shot him, try to just take him out real quickly. And in fact, I might do that. 4 damage seems really bad. Zealous Accusation. So I cannot actually hit this guy. This must count as him being in the back rather than being second in line. That's the only thing that I can think of. We do have a Stunning Blow, and I might go ahead and do that. I don't know exactly how stuns work. Oh, he just resisted it. Shit. Taking all these unnecessary hits. I'm assuming that a stun will make it so where they can't act for their next turn. Not 100%. But we're gonna go ahead and just work this guy down. I should have just bled him. Oh, he resisted that too. Holy shit, man. Uh-oh.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Are you fucking serious, dude? Damn. Okay, well, I'm already getting my shit pushed in the tutorial. Let's see here. Stunning Blow again. Kinda wanna just stun this guy. Please be stunned. Thank you. Okay. And we'll see, like, hopefully this will make it so where he can't attack next turn. Because... And now that I'm up in front, I can't use any of my other abilities. That's interesting. And do these bleeds stack? I don't think they do. No, the bleed doesn't seem to stack. Okay, so now he's gained 20% stun resist. Okay, interesting. So that did make it so where he could not attack. Excellent. Just burn this guy down. I feel like I've botched this horribly. Right, well, the big guy's down. And although I've taken some damage here, I haven't really... My stress level is still okay, so that's great. I don't have to worry about that at least. 26 crit. Oh my god.
A faint hope blossoms.
It seems pretty good.
Well struck.
We get here Deed, medicinal herbs, and jade. I don't know what... you'll notice that you get some gems and stuff like that as you go through these dungeons. I don't really know... I guess they just equate to gold. I haven't really found any other use for them, but you can end a quest anytime by clicking on this right here and it'll teleport you out. I've actually done this before, or I've done it once before. Before I was able to loot something in the room that I was in, and it just straight up warps you out. So, not sure that this is the best way to go about leaving a dungeon, especially for someone who's brand new to the game. Okay, so this is trapped. I mean, there's a chance that I could get really stressed out. I don't think I'm going to take it. I don't think I'm going to, risk it. You can use certain keys to unlock trapped objects and stuff like that, so you can get the loot that's inside safely. Other than that, it's pretty much taking a risk. And risks in this game are generally very bad. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so awesome. 10% scouting chance, huh? Not really sure what that does. This guy did not level up down here. Okay. He was already apprentice level 1. Yeah, I guess that's what it was. I guess. I don't know. Anyway, sometimes you can get negative traits as well whenever you're leveling up, so this was a good roll, apparently. RNGesus has blessed me. Sort of, maybe. At least initially.
Welcome home, such as it is.
Okay, so here we have our activity log.
These corrupted lands.
This will kind of update, obviously, as you do dungeons and stuff. And I would like to go ahead and knock out one dungeon. Hopefully I can do 20, 30-minute-ish episodes for this game. Anything beyond that, I feel might be a little too much. Here's the graveyard. Obviously, you can see
covered in the poisoned earth.
You can see your fallen heroes here. Thankfully, that hasn't happened to us yet. And this is the stagecoach.
Men, soldiers, and outlaws, fools, and corpses.
As you can see, it kind of encourages you to upgrade the stagecoach first. And I think I will. For now, I'll just keep it there. I don't foresee myself needing 11 dudes in my roster just now. But I definitely need to recruit these two guys for this next dungeon. That is for sure. Plague Doctor and Vestal. Okay. So let's go ahead and add these guys to the lineup.
The blood-soaked battlefield.
And just real quickly, as you can see, if you right-click on these characters, it kind of tells you their preferred position. Here's where you can unlock additional skills, and you can make skills inactive at any time by clicking on them and then selecting other ones if you want to change up your lineup. There is robes, or excuse me, there is robes in this game. There is armor and weapons and stuff like that, but I haven't gotten to the point where I can actually craft stuff. That requires the blacksmith here. Complete more quests to unlock. Guild, complete more quests to unlock. As you can see, there are other buildings here. Some of these things will be used for stress relief. Some of them will be used for beefing up your characters and shit like that. So, anyway, I think we're good to just go ahead and embark here. I don't think there's anything really else to do in town right now. And perhaps I'll start going over more of these structures once they become unlocked. But until then, let's go ahead and just embark. Let's keep going.
And morbidity.
And we can only pursue the ruins right now. Everything else is unlocked, and we will get more quests for the ruins as we go on. But we already know we want this guy up front. I am assuming we want the Plague Doctor or the Healer in back. They both kind of want to be in the same spot. We can put this guy second, so that works perfectly. Now the question is, which character do we absolutely want in the back here? Huh, okay. So we have a Blight 3 points for 3 rounds debuff. Basically just another dot like Bleed. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, we have a single target heal. So this is going to be our healer, and... Oh yeah, we'll just... Illumination. Illumination. Huh. So that's a pretty good debuff. And she cannot be in the back line to cast that. Incision. Okay, so we want this guy in the back line because we don't really care about the incision, I don't think. That's not going to be something that, well, I mean, it might be fine, but I don't really know. I think we'll just, we will keep this guy in the back line because the only thing that we're missing out on is the incision. Whereas this character, all of her abilities seem like they might be useful. So let's go ahead and just do this. All right, and this is the point where you can
measured now in gold,
take consumables and stuff like that with you.
in blood.
That dialogue, though. I think that it recommends that you take 8 food and 4 torches for your first go. Your characters will get hungry. I don't want to just explain everything. First of all, I don't feel right explaining everything because I don't know what the hell is going on myself for the vast majority. But we'll just go ahead and start with this right here. As you can see, holy water, anti-venom, bandage, medicinal herbs. These are things that are going to take debuffs off of you. Not really worried about that for my first dungeon. I kind of want to save gold. And one thing that I did pick up on early on is that you have to consciously be aware of how much gold you have and try to consistently accumulate that gold as you do dungeons. If you are losing gold while you're doing dungeons, you're losing the game, and you probably just need to restart after a certain point, because once we get back into town, you'll see that we're going to start spending this gold quite quickly. So this is really our fuel to keep progressing in this game. So let's go ahead and embark. See what happens.